Hey people, how are you? Hey Tanya,
Hey,
how you doing?
hey, Don, how are you?
Good. Everybody, welcome to Stop Talking Dirty. So this is a new
Yes.
podcast with Tanya and I, where we talk to each other on a regular basis. We always have a lot to say, don't we, Tanya? and um, we figured, why not have a podcast and let people eavesdrop on the conversation that goes on between us? What do you?
Yes.
Is that right? Am I saying that?
Yes. Yes. You're
Oh,
getting you're actually getting a sneak peek into our very fascinating lives. At least we think so. At least we think so.
yeah, I think so. And some days I have nothing going on, but I just like to tell you anyway. But
Yes.
yeah, so this is something that we thought would really work out because Tanya and I have known each other for over 14 years, and what?
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes.
So right? So it's
Yes.
funny how we met. Um, and maybe Tanya could just give you a very brief synopsis about how we met. Go ahead, Tanya.
Okay. So some of you may or may not know, I had a boutique in Pelham in Westchester, and upon I think it was my second week trying to get myself together, I saw this wonderful brown woman going into her place of business, and I was like, "Help! Help!" And I mean literally and figuratively, because I had no idea what I was getting ready to embark on, and she seemed like she had it all together.
No, I didn't. But anyway, go ahead.
So we were neighbors when we met for the first time. We met when we were both opening up our new businesses in Pelham and Westchester. And the universe brought us together. We've been friends ever since.
Yes,
And she's been a very special person in my life. And I'm so excited to be here.
yes, we've gone through ups and downs that happen in our families and a lot of stuff, but mostly good times, actually.
Mostly good times for sure.
Yeah.
Laughs and giggles.
Concerts,
Oh,
dinner.
yes.
Girl,
Yes.
yeah, so we've had a great thing. So one of the things that we do have in common, hence the title Stop Talking Dirty, is because we are foodies.
Oh, yes.
And currently I live in North Carolina. I'm originally from New York, where Tanya is right now. And
Yeah.
we used to get together and go out to a restaurant, right? Once a month,
Yes.
like the girls sing. But we get excited about food, okay?
Yes.
We start talking about food, and it's like, for me, almost orgasmic. Okay, let's put it out.
Hence stop talking dirty.
There you go.
It's like, right?
Yeah.
It's like the food is so good as you're describing it. It's like, I must be doing something dirty.
Exactly. And I like all types of food. I will try a lot of things. However, for me, it has to have an appeal. Can't look kind of funky on the plate. And I know some things are funky on the plate, but taste good. No.
Same here. Same here. It needs to
hinder.
yes. But I'm up to try almost anything. But like you said, it has to. If it smells a little funky, like chitlins, I don't want any parts of that. You can keep that.
Your chitterlings. I have no interest in that.
Chitterlings, right?
So, yes.
There's a small part of me, Dawn, that I kind of want to taste it because I hear it's so good, but I just can't get past the smell. I just can't.
It's not only the smell, okay? I'll tell you a quick story when I first came across it. I was in high school, and a really good friend of mine invited me over for dinner, and her mom's was cooking this wonderful Southern dish. And I'm like, what the hell is this, right? Because the smell stunk to high heaven. Now, let me just tell you a little backdrop. This particular friend, her mom was not the cleanest person.
Oh, hells no. That's it. You don't have to go further.
So here I was sitting in the kitchen. Now, my friend was extremely clean. You go in her bedroom, you could eat off her floor, but you go around and her mom, no. So this is a woman who was cooking the chitterlings, as I call them. Right?
The chitlins.
No, I call them chitterlings. So when it stunk to high heaven, and they were trying to get me to taste this, and all of a sudden I'm like, my mom is calling me. I gotta go. I left. And no, it's not only the smell; it's how it looks. I don't like that.
Yes. So yes. Wait, I have a story. So when I first started dating my Terry, his Nana, his beloved Nana, rest in peace. I don't know what story she got mixed up, but I told her my grandmother and my family loved chitlins. One Thanksgiving, I went over there, Dawn, she came out the kitchen with a whole trough of chitterlings for me and me alone.
No.
Well, I was so flattered because I know what it takes to cook it, but I had to politely decline that one.
I mean, people really still eat that?
Are you kidding? They love it. My grandmother, they buy it by the bucket.
Oh, Lord.
Wait, you got to listen, for my Southern girls and men who are watching, I know y'all like it.
No offense to you guys. Sorry, look,
no. They love it with potato salad and collard greens. Like, that's a meal. The chitlins with the collard greens and but I can't do it. No. I can't do it. I can't do it.
More power to you, and it's no disrespect to your for anyone out there who loves it. However,
right.
Cancel.
Right, exactly.
Anywho,
but
yeah. So
what
that's
did you say you wanted? The other day you told me something about we were talking about something with makeup. You had mentioned. What was that you were saying?
Okay, so I was talking to a friend, and she does not like to wear makeup.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband likes makeup. Will sometimes, put a little shade, throw a little shade about her wearing makeup.
Okay. And like, why doesn't she wear the makeup?
Yeah, like
he makes okay.
But he compliments her that he loves her natural beauty. However, he thinks she should wear makeup. So my question is, and to the you listening audience, how do you feel about that? I mean, I know some people like to be natural, which is fine, but I just found it a little unusual because from my experience, limited, I tend to find that more men seem to like women more natural. I mean, they'll go for a little
yes
mirror when they go out. So I was surprised to hear that. And I meant to ask, I know my husband likes makeup when I wear it, but I don't think he likes like a ton of makeup all the time,
So yes. So I think Terry definitely likes a more natural look. And I think you're right. I think most men prefer natural. However, there are some people, no shade to anybody, that need a little something. Just a little something just to enhance, not to like
change your look.
Yes, there's nothing wrong. I worked with a guy for many years and he said to me, everybody needs it's okay, like just a little bit of concealer just to balance out the palette. Like, but when you go on into like the eyelashes that are like this, and
no
all of this
to anybody who loves those eyelashes. We're just
no offense. Exactly. I love lashes, just not these. But I think sometimes what happens? So here's my thing. I think when you wear all that makeup and then you take it off, like if that were me, I then would begin to feel self-conscious. Like, I don't know, it's like you're taking off a person, you're presenting.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just want to hit on that point you just brought up, is the fact that some people, and I've heard some women say they kind of hide behind it in a way. It's for whatever reason, they're not comfortable completely with their skin or have great skin. Sometimes the makeup becomes like, I don't know, like a mask to say.
A mask or some type of it's like an alter ego, a covering. I'm not sure, but I do get that, and I understand that. But so many women. So I get why some people do it. Like some people have and what are we talking, right? Or makeup in the sense of, like I said, just a little bit of concealer, or are we talking about, to hide maybe some dark?
Where, how men feel about that. I also think that it's like kind of hypocritical with a lot of men, right? Because guys will go out, and when the woman has her makeup on and she's strutting, that's a lot of guys will pay attention to her before they pay attention to the girl that has no makeup. But once he gets the girl, he doesn't want the girl to wear makeup.
Well, because, men are visual, and I mean, I don't know if that's fair. It's like, if they see something that's all dressed up, that's just eye-catching maybe to anybody. I think it's eye-catching to anybody. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm interested to hear what the audience has to say.
And we definitely want to know what do you think about that? Because I'm curious about that. Just that my friend was I think her husband had mentioned it a few times. So it's, she's beginning to wonder, like, wait a minute, what's up?
Yeah.
But I don't think that's it, really. I think, I just think he was just giving his opinion about certain things, but I really don't think it's that serious. But
I don't think so either. But you know what? This is a good segue for me to talk about Sex in the City. I don't know if anybody is excited or doesn't care or what.
Don't care. But anyway.
So I'm kind of on the fence, right? So Sarah Jessica Parker was seen in New York City with Andy from the franchise Atlanta, the Housewives or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she was out in the street. I think they met for lunch last week. And everybody had made a big deal that she was outside. She hadn't colored her hair. It was all salt and pepper.
Did you see that? Yeah.
Did you see that? And getting back, like I said, it's a good segue into Sex in the City. And I'm excited about the show in a sense where there's, and maybe my excitement is coming because I'm approaching 50, but I'm excited about the show sort of, being excited about women coming of age, women that are above 30 years old, women that are okay with being single, women that, such as Sarah Jessica Parker, that was outside without any makeup, women that are powerful and know that they're powerful and don't need to put on and put on all of these things and just be themselves, women that are okay with chasing their careers. I did see, and what's making me happy, and we all know why they're doing it, but God bless them, a lot of diversity, is happening now with the show. Right. And with that being said, personally, I would have liked to have seen Tracee Ellis Ross. I think that Sarah Jessica Parker and Tracee Ellis Ross would have been a good, even just like a cameo, yeah. But they picked, what's her name? Nicole Ari Parker. And I'm here for her. I really like her. But I think that Tracee would have given Sarah, it would have been such a nice, I think, tango, but whatever.
So is it coming back as a sequel again, or is this a movie?
So it's coming back as a series. It's going to be on HBO. And I forget when it's going to be. It's like coming up pretty darn soon, if I'm not mistaken. And the fourth woman, oh gosh, I've forgotten her name. It was the woman that was like, va va voom, the one that was like, one of you guys who's watching, you know who I'm talking about. It's only going to be 3 of them this time. And they may be picking up Nicole Ari Parker.
Now, I remember reading somewhere, she has the other one that's not coming back. I forgot her name, but she and Sarah Jessica Parker don't really get along. So she doesn't want to come back into the show.
Oh, and that's a shame, that to waste the opportunity on such a great franchise over or whatever is going on with them.
You never know. I mean, maybe she's needed. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, there you go. What are you going to do? But just, it's interesting to see. So I'm curious to see what they're going to do with the show, what direction they're going to do. I'm very excited about the fashion piece.
Well, the fashion is a really good part about that. I mean, and in fact, she started a shoe line, actually.
Yes.
You know, her shoes are up there with Christian Louboutin as far as prices. It's some,
Oh,
it's
I didn't know that. Really?
they're pricey. Oh yeah, look them
Oh,
up.
I didn't know that.
They're
Okay.
$400, 500. I mean, they're up there.
Okay.
Um,
Okay.
and they are pretty. I mean, I've seen some that intrigue me. But speaking, I'm going to segue into something else. Shoes, okay? Because I am a shoe freak.
Okay.
I have this obsession with shoes. To me, shoes are to me is like what food is to me, and that's how it it's me, especially some heels. Now, granted, I don't wear high heels a lot anymore like I used to.
Okay.
I'm more,
Well, who does? Who's wearing high heels anymore?
but I'm gonna say something, girl. I start throwing them little suckers right back on. Okay, I'm gonna wear them with jeans.
Oh, well, I like that look. I love that look. I love high heels with a pair of nice jeans. That I love, and a white shirt, of course.
Yeah, well, me and my white shirts. Everybody knows mine.
Yes.
But my thing, and 4-inch. I went as far as 5 before I moved down.
Okay.
When we used to hang out and stuff like there, I would throw on some 5-inch heels as long as they have a platform to give me a little bit.
Okay.
I won't touch that anymore because first of all, I'm 5'8". So
okay.
5-inch heels for me is putting me over the 6-foot mark. And
okay.
That's the reason why I usually date or marry men who are over 6 feet, right? Because I like to wear my heels.
Well, I wear heels, and I tell Terry we're a European couple because I'm just a little bit taller, like just a little bit. So I say, honey, we're a European couple.
I mean, Terry, you guys look like you're the same height, even when you have.
We're the same height, but I can wear some pretty. If I wear a very, very high heel, I'm just a hair. Like you can't really see it, but you can see it. But it's not bad.
Yes, yeah. I'm usually over 6'2".
Really?
But
I didn't know that.
Yeah, my late husband was 6'4".
Okay.
My current husband is 6'2".
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Because I like to throw on my heels, but most of the shoes that I buy are like 4-inch heels. So I'm going 3-inch and 4-inch. Now 3.5. I mean 3.5. 3.5 are nice, but if you want to see some, I think for it to look really nice and sexy on your legs, it's got to be at least 4 inches.
It has to be at least 4 inches, but there's nothing worse to me, and I see this all the time of women. Listen, Dawn, I have been wearing heels since forever. I can run in a pair of heels. Okay, at least I could before the pandemic. I don't know. That may not be a good situation now, but before the pandemic, I could run in a pair of heels. But oftentimes I see women that there's a certain grace when you have on a heel, and if that means you got to walk a little slower just to get your situation together.
Time for that. Nobody got time for that. They got to get where they're going. I know what you're saying, but
sometimes it's like this. The posture is all the way.
Yeah. I mean, that's part of heel. Some women wear it so often they're very comfortable in it. It's like wearing flats for them, right?
Yeah.
And their posture is going to be what it's going to be, but it's a whole different walk a woman has in heels when she's going to work or she's going on a date.
When she's going on a date, it's a different situation.
That same woman who was clunking over there, when she's on a date, she's straightened up, okay? And
this is true.
She takes it a different way. But I do love shoes. And my thing lately, I found, in fact, when my niece's pre-wedding party, I wore a pair of shoes that I bought like almost 2 years ago. I had never wore. You have to see, my closet has shoes, Tanya, that is on that I've never even worn.
I believe you.
I just like the way they look. They just turn me.
Yeah. Stop talking dirty. Stop talking dirty. It's not even 8 o'clock yet. It's not even 8 o'clock yet.
I know, right? I look at them and I'm like, oh my God, I just love heels. But that's my thing now. So now I promised myself I'm going to throw on some heels, even if I'm wearing jeans, stepping out. Yeah. The good part about down here as opposed to up there, our winter is milder.
Okay. So you can get away with wearing it a little longer.
Right. And you don't have to wear stockings, Yeah.
Stuff. Well, I have to tell you, look, I don't care what time of the year is. If I'm wearing, I'll wear open toe high heels. Depends on my outfit. And I just have Terry wait for me, right in front.
Yeah. Now, granted,
And go get the car and come right back in front.
granted, I do have some shoes that they are only to put on, walk to
Yeah,
your feet, sit your behind down,
yeah,
cross your leg and you're cute, and walk right back out to the car. It's
yes.
go any further, really, to go to the ladies' room. Okay.
Wait, I have a funny story about heels. A couple, like 2-3 years ago, we went to this derby party over here in the Bronx, and it was on a golf course. Okay. My heels, as soon as I got there, I realized that if I relaxed, that they would go into the grass. So for 3 hours, I walked on my tippy toes. Dawn, I was all good all night. I was dancing on my tippy toes. I was walking and shimmying on my. As soon as I pull up in front of me, Linear, you should have saw how I was walking home. I look like Fred Sanford. All of a sudden, the pain just started coming down.
Yeah. Or
The
sometimes
things we do.
once you close to the door, take the shoes off and just walk on barefoot inside the house, and that's all of that.
I call it a day.
But, you know, when we were talking too, one of the things that we talked about, oh, first of all, let me just say this. Do you watch Versus?
I do watch Versus.
Okay. Which one?
I know.
So tonight is a good Versus.
I know that.
I know. Tonight is Miss Shaka Khan, who I adore.
Yes.
The females, who I love.
Yes.
That should be pretty interesting. I think
that's a great pairing.
Yes, it is.
That's a great pairing.
To shout out to Swiss Beats and Timberland, because what they're doing, it seems to be what they're doing, is giving a lot of artists their props that's been around.
Yeah.
A big day, and you know, in this country we have a very short attention span, right? So when a new person come up, they just have to have a good beat, and you just throw everybody else away. And it's a way to get them back out there again, remind us, and it also reminds us of a good time that we had in our lives, right? What do you think out there? What Verses would you like to see? Because I have a few of them that I would like to see as well.
So I would like to see, and I think this would be pretty good, because I think for these two people, it's the only two people that could match with each other, Jay-Z and Beyonce.
You know, there's a lot of people who say that, right? First of all, I don't think Jay-Z will ever do it, and I don't think Beyonce will ever do it. However,
I don't know.
Don't do it. They're in the stratosphere. Okay, and not only that, they're still current. This one, and they'll break the internet too.
So let me ask you this question, and maybe that's what's happening. So to your point, I guess what you were saying, like making an artist. Is that what you're saying? That because he's sort of Swiss Beats and Timberland are so sort of focusing on those artists that we sort of kind of put in our back pocket, and it's not really
so far, right?
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's a pattern so far, which I think is great, because
I think it's great too. Yeah. But I think it would be great. I mean, I hear what you're saying. They definitely are beyond the stretch, but maybe they'll end it. How about if they ended it? Like did the last one?
I don't know if you can have a plan on when there's going to be a last one. Maybe, you never know. You know, but I think the only person probably, Jay-Z's in a class by himself, but I would say probably Nas against Jay-Z.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I think maybe, but that's just me. I know when I go into Versus, there's a whole bunch of opinions. Who I want to see, and they haven't given a chance yet, because they haven't found a match for him, is Busta Rhymes. Busta Rhymes is amazing.
He's amazing.
He is. But who's going to go up against Busta Rhymes?
Who's going to go up against Busta Rhymes? Or KRS-One? Wait, KRS-One did do it. He did it there.
All right. I'm not a big fan.
I like KRS-One. I mean, he's old school, but he is a pioneer. And listen, I'm not even going to get into hip hop, because I'm not going to claim to be a pioneer of it. But I do know that KRS-One is like,
yeah, he's been around.
Like you said, in the class of his own.
Right, he is. I mean, I love it. I mean, my number one genre, people, of music, I don't know if you all know this, is hip hop. Okay, I know you probably, and it's something else, and I should be listening to jazz, but it's hip hop. Okay,
Okay.
that's number
And
one.
listen, and mine is reverse. I don't mind hip hop. I like it when I'm working out. It's very inspiring for me. It gets me in that mode.
Now, I prefer. I'm not into a lot of just some of the new ones. I'm more of
okay.
the older hip hop, not too far back, but some of the older ones. I'm a huge Jay-Z fan. Yes, I've been to just about all the concerts for the last several years. People, sorry, no judgment. And then R&B is my
okay.
Okay, and then everything else. I listen.
Okay.
I mean, I even said I couldn't stand country. Don't get me. But I have to say, from living in the South, you do hear stuff not
a little bit,
not your traditional country. Get up a little bit more in the more modern pop type country. I can go with that.
Okay.
But
I used to sing a lot more than I do now. I don't even really sing, but I watched a lot of musicals, and I've been to several Broadway plays. I love almost all genres of music. I love the story behind the music. I love hearing the artists, like how they dug into themselves to get those lyrics out. Where did that come from? What's your story behind those lyrics? I truly can say that I love all genres of music. I would probably say my favorite, I love Broadway follies, and I love R&B and gospel. Those would be my top three. There's nothing like gospel for me.
Yeah.
Love that, nothing better than hearing those words.
Me too. I mean, certain artists are my faves, but yeah, I mean, music is something I was brought up on because my father was a musician.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you told me that. Well, you told me the other day that you had an interest in
musical engineering. That's what I
yeah, engineering, and I didn't know that.
Yes, I've always been a huge music fan. Concerts, wherever there's live music, you'll see me post on FaceTime too. Whenever, Facebook, whenever anything comes in town, I love live music. So from a very young age, I was exposed to music, and my father was a jazz musician, so he played the trumpet and had his little band.
Okay.
So he used to travel a lot.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So I remember, just sit up there and just watch him and listen to him. I was like so in love with my father when he played that trumpet. It was pretty cool.
Oh my God. And oh my God, to watch somebody play live music.
Yes.
The only thing I've not had a chance to see live, and I think I probably would break down and cry, is opera. I want to see that live so bad.
Yes, I wanted to go to something at Lincoln Center at the time, but I haven't had the chance to see it live.
Well, when someone comes up good, maybe we can make time to do that. I would love to do that. And speaking of, well, she's not an opera singer, but I'm sure you all caught Adele. Earlier in the week, and that special, she was incredible, from her backdrop to her outfit.
It was amazing.
Say again.
The setting was amazing.
Say again.
The
setting was amazing. The backdrops were amazing. Her audience was amazing. I mean, just all these. I love that there were all these different people, but clearly, just as friendships are, every friend is a different part of you. Just seeing all these different people there, and you can tell different types of folks. They were all very different, but they were all there for the same reason. It was for her, and it was just very celebrating her story, why she was gone for this 6 years. All of that was just really, really interesting. I love the way they did the show, sing a little bit, then Oprah talk a little bit. I thought that the rhythm of everything was quite nice.
It's pretty good. I actually realized from watching that she has a phenomenal voice.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, really, really great voice, really clear.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'm not crazy about her new album. And part of it's nothing against the artist. It's just my personal taste. I have a certain, music is very individual, right? It has to do something to you. It has to make you feel a certain way.
Yes, of course.
And I I one of her albums, I think 19. I think was that her first album that she made. I think that was my
Mhm.
favorite. But this one,
Not so great.
not so
I
great.
haven't listened to all of the songs. There's a couple. Oh, I can't even. My mind is racing right now. There's like 2 or 3 that I like.
Yeah, you probably have to. Sometimes you have to hear an album because even listen, I like Miss Beyonce. With I can't tell you that I loved every song when they came out. It's after
Right.
over and over again. Like the Lion King to me is like a phenomenal album. When it first
Okay.
came out, some songs I didn't, but then when I started to listen, and when I really get it is when I'm driving in my car by myself and I have it up, and then I can really, and I'm on the highway and just not a lot of traffic, and I can really
Okay.
hear all the instruments and listen to the lyrics, and then I have a different appreciation for it. So it's a pretty, stuff like that. That's how I have to hear it. Sometimes I have to hear it a few times,
Mhm.
and then it resonates. But other than that, yeah. So this is our first show. And
Yes, we hope you enjoyed our conversation.
yeah, I mean, trust me, we can go on. We can go
Yeah,
on.
I didn't even. First of all, Dawn, we were gone longer than we would ever. Anyway,
So,
that's
you know,
and this is a short taste of it.
yeah, but listen, guys, Tanya and I are really excited about doing this. We have a lot of plans for upcoming shows. A lot of this is our conversation, but it's very lighthearted. We try to keep it light, but
Yes.
sometimes there will be some topics that we may touch on, whether it affects us personally or someone in close to us. And anything that we speak about is just strictly our opinions. We're not
Yes.
we don't profess to say anything. We don't have
Yeah.
credentials for anything medical. It's just our opinion or our experience. So
Absolutely.
we definitely would like you to come back and tune in and like our page. Please share our page and
Yes.
subscribe to our page.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely. Thanks again, and we do look forward. Look out for our next one that's coming. When is it done? When are we planning?
we'll send out our invites.
Oh, okay. We're keeping it on a QT. Okay.
Our goal is to try to have a couple of shows a month, and we will definitely send out notice out, and it'll be on our Facebook page. But we definitely we encourage you to participate. Anything that we talked about, and you have an opinion about it, please. We definitely read them, and we
Yep.
will respond to them. So please, drop us a line. Let us know. Okay.
Absolutely. All right. Be well. Be safe. God bless, and don't stop talking dirty.